Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
I think that I'm gonna be forced to cut the song if I don't want to be blocked for really... No, we don't want to be blocked because of that. But just so you know, I was listening again and again and again Shakira song. Yes, since it's out, since yesterday I'm listening to it again and again. It's a good song, like clearly when it's coming into your mind, like you have it, like it's a good song, it's a good melody and all of that. But just to know the message behind it, it's even better, you know. Never hurt a woman. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vikings Valhalla Season 2, Episode 3. I just watched Episodes 1 and 2. If you want to see my reaction videos about these two first episodes of the Season 2, I'm gonna put the links into the like I said, into the last intros. Remember that I binge watched all of the Season 1 and remember that I watched also Vikings, the original show. Again, if you want to see my reaction videos about this shows, you have to check the playlist that I made for them on my channel. I make each time, you know, one playlist for each shows that I react to. Yes, I'm feeling cold suddenly, like it's really the end of the day. I hope that I'm gonna have enough light, you know, to finish this episode, but I saw that it was a shorter episode than the two first ones, so normally it's gonna be okay. And you know, yes, I still have the time to watch one more episode, and after that I'm gonna edit the first episode of this Season 2, so you guys, you're gonna have it tomorrow on Patreon, you're gonna have it on Friday on my Patreon, and then, you know, next week you're gonna have each time on Patreon one episode of advance with an extended all full reaction part. I said it's long episodes, so I don't know if I'm gonna put a full reaction part, but maybe if we have a shorter episode like that and really I can't cut into it and stuff like that, maybe I'm gonna put a full reaction part at some point for this Season 2. You know that I don't know that in advance. I'm really putting full reaction parts when I'm reacting a lot and stuff like that. Okay, for this episode 3, I'm glad to know that we're gonna have Freydis. In fact, like after the episode 1, I was afraid to not see her anymore because, you know, after how she said goodbyes to Leif, her brother, but also to Harald, it felt like an official goodbye and a goodbye for a long time, which might be the case in fact, but I'm glad to know that we're gonna see what is gonna happen to her during all of this time. And what happened to her during the last episode was great because she finally accepted, you know, that role for her to be a guide, you know, I can't remember the name, truly the word that they are using to describe that, but you know, to be a priest, to guide all of these people to the face, all of that, and also to make that new city, that new town, a new Uppsala. That's so great, that's so cool. For Freydis, you know, I'm glad for her because we saw her feeling so good, you know, like she found a place for her. She felt like she was at the right place, and right there she felt like she was doing the right thing. And okay, she's a warrior and she's an amazing child maiden, but she has also to accept that side of her, and we saw during the first episode that maybe she had some issues with that. You know, her discussion with the seer, he was telling her to trust the signs that she was seeing everywhere and maybe also to search for them at some point. So I'm glad that right there she accepts also that part of her. Yes, she's connected to the Vikings gods and she can see things, and maybe right there, you know, now that she accepted that new role, maybe she's gonna see more signs and she's gonna be able to guide, you know, all of them, all of these refugees better. I want to be sure that these refugees, they are treated well. I want to see how they live and all, because right there this place seems so great, seems so good for all of these people, you know, they are accepted so openly and all, I want to be sure that everything is alright, you know, that there is not something wrong happening right there. Like, also these new characters, they seem really great, so I want to be sure that we can trust them. Eleke, I said it, I did not recognize at first the actor, and then I recognized him and I was glad to recognize him. You know, he's a good looking guy. And also he evolved a lot since Arthur, you know, since he played Arthur. So it was great to see him right there. And you know, his story, the fact that he pushed her to accept that new role, and the fact that he believes into the Vikings gods, the fact that he wants to live according to the Vikings way, I mean the old ways and all. Maybe it can be great also for Freydis, like she knows that she loves Harald, but also that it's not made for her in the sense that they don't share the same destiny, they don't share the same way of seeing life, their futures, and also all of the religious aspects. So maybe, yes, it would be better for her to be with someone like him. I don't know, we'll see. She's gonna have a baby, that's gonna be cool. Is she gonna have it? Is she gonna have her baby during this season? I hope so. It would be great to see her pregnant and to see her also having that baby. I really hope that she's not gonna have issues to have babies like we already have an issue like that into Vikings, the original show, and it made me cry so much, so many times, like that's it, not anymore, please, please. And not for Freydis. I want her also to have that new role of being a mother, like she's a warrior, she's a keeper of the faith, but she can be also a good mom. Like, I would want that for her to also play that role into her life. It would be good. And on the other side, we have in Russia Harald, who tried to convince his uncle to give him men to go back, you know, to fight Olaf and Sven, and he did not accept because he has his own issues. Harald is searching for money. Like Harald, what we learned during the last episode is the fact that he's never gonna give up. Like, no matter what, he's never gonna give up. Right there, he has a mission to do for that guy in exchange of money, a lot of money. Maybe after that, he's gonna be able to buy some men for making his battle, but it's not gonna be the same, you know, than people who are really following you because they trust you, they believe into the cause and stuff like that. We'll see. At the same time, you know, into Kattegat, the situation Olaf is a good protector for Sven and is guiding him well, in a way. Weirdly, Olaf and, you know, Kanit's wife, it seems that it's functioning. I did not expect that at all, but at the same time, your boss, prisoners of that place, forced to be there by the same person who is threatening you. Yes, why not? It's making you things in common, you know, for you to share on the bed. Sven is a kid. For now, it's just a kid. I don't want to judge him. He wants to make his family proud. He's obeying well. We'll see if you're gonna survive this season or not. In England, Emma trusts more and more Godwyn, and she seems to be in danger. But I had that idea, you know, during the last episode, about the fact that maybe she's not in danger. You know, we began the season with Godwyn trying to convince her that she's in danger. The fact that all of these men could be killed so easily inside of the castle, like, I'm beginning to think that Godwyn is planning all of that, you know, that all of that happened because of him. We know that this guy who tried to kill her doesn't know who missioned him, so maybe in fact it was Godwyn since the beginning. And you know, when he said that he was named the bear, after that when Emma repeated it, Godwyn, he said, oh, it's an unusual name and maybe in fact it's not the bear, it was a bar, you know, something like that, like he was trying to... I'm really beginning to think that it's him, in fact, who is doing all of that. We know also what is his dreams, and I said what I said. I think that his dreams are right, you know, what he said was right for the part about his kids, for the part about with who he's gonna make these kids. We'll see. And we have Leif, who took opium to see Liv. Liv wanted him to follow her into Valhalla, but in fact he did not accept because he doesn't believe into that anymore. And when we know that in fact it was him hallucinating that, like it was almost his subconscious telling him to accept the fact that that's it, he doesn't believe into the Vikings gods anymore. I think that for him, you know, this season it's gonna be about making a choice, a real one. Okay, you regret your old life, you regret live, you regret the old ways, you know, of living with the Vikings gods and stuff like that, but clearly he's so open-minded about not only the religious aspect, but also that discussion about the comet and all, like, it's not you anymore, life, and you have to accept it. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Again, if you want, you have my Patreon. If you want an extended or maybe a full action part for this episode, it's the best way to support me, my Patreon, if you want, if you can also. And I'm not saying it anymore, but for sure on YouTube you can support me by subscribing, by liking, by commenting. You know, for YouTube, it's only that which counts, you know, the numbers. For the numbers of followers to increase, you know, same for the numbers of likes, same for the numbers of comments, and I learned that also for the numbers of responses to the comments, like really the algorithm of YouTube, we are not functioning the same, YouTube and me, and that's why sometimes we are mad at each other. Right now it's that, you know, like that's why I'm saying to you, if you want to follow me on Patreon, maybe it's a good moment. But really, if you can't follow me on Patreon, you can do that on YouTube, you know, subscribe, comment, like, and stuff like that. Let's go for this episode.
You could have died out there.
That was Liv's plan. Yes, yes, you were checking.
It goes the other way.
You can read.
It is a book of ideas.
Whose?
Mine.
She can write also.
It has been my life journey to travel to others. Alexandria. And of course the greatest of them all, Constantinople. Just called.
Greenlander has a name. Gus Crumley, to be squeezed by a ghost.
It was my wish to return to Constantinople. There are good doctors there. But at least here I have the skies and my books.
If it's enough for you, my dear.
The boats are loaded. With your blessing, the raid is certain to be a success. You never come inside the temple. It is only for those who speak with the gods. The temple must stay pure. No one can own the gods. In Uppsala, all are invited to the temple. This is not Uppsala.
She respects, but she doesn't believe. That's a pagan refugee camp. I knew it! That the place was not okay. I fucking knew it. That something was wrong with that place. Oh, I'm disappointed.
I'm told you are with child.
I am.
Friends!
You want to say it to everyone?
Freydis of Godwyn is with child!
Did she want for everyone to know it?
A gift from the gods! A promise for our future! We're both happy for you.
Ah, so you're together.
He will take care of you.
I was not sure of it, you know, because of the fact that he was a brother.
How much for the boat? It's not for sale. I'll pay double.
You don't have any money, my dear.
Constantinople. There's passionate camps now on both sides of the river. Which is why anybody can make it through can command twice the price. So you have all the Vikings like yourself to guard their cargo. Only the best. My name is Kester. There are 2 cargo lockers on board. If you can get me to Constantinople, I could give you one.
You okay to trade?
I'm Harald. It is your cargo. Slaves.
She never uses a defensive strike. Even in guard position.
Il y a une manière dure.
Girl with the stick! Come here!
She's one of the refugees.
You move well. Rachna is just a silly girl playing with sticks. That's not what I saw. Let's see what you can do.
No. Just not allowed.
Why?
Only the descendants from Skuld are allowed to carry weapons. The Norns wove all of our faiths together, binding each of us to our ancestors. We must each perform the ritual.
You're saying that not everyone is equal right there.
To the boneyard of our ancestors. It is a spiritual as well as physical challenge that every young Viking warrior takes to prove their worth.
It should be open for all.
Yes, let
Everyone
them
has
take
rights
it.
to say. Neither do I. Yet he welcomed me. So I claim the ancestors of Jomsburg as my own. And all others who come here, including this girl, I will allow it. Come on.
You can't really say no to her.
Attack!
She's too respected, you know.
Rachna, you're good! So good. Keep practicing.
Thank you, Freydis.
That is enough. You go now. Go on.
Oh, she's not gonna let you do what you want.
Why do you care? You changed your mind about what you said to me?
Coming with him?
I've changed my mind about going with you. And if I'm going to captain your boat, I need to know what your plan is to avoid them. We're starting now, on a sled. If we can make it to the roost before the thaw, we can use the high water from the ice melt, avoiding the need to portage and the missionaries. You know anyone desperate enough to join us? I might. Too dangerous and not good enough for you?
Oh, the fighters.
I didn't come for my money. I came to offer you both a job. Doing
Cool.
what? I'm taking a
They
boat to
seemed
Constantinople.
cool, you know, when we met them.
And what about the Peshniks? We were lucky to get past them once. Don't I trust luck again? Then I suggest you go back to Novgorod. Your odds of success are much better.
I was gonna say it. If you prefer to hide in the forest forever.
Wait! We'll join you. I'm looking for a guide to the Niagara. Uncle Kuria. Would that be you?
Why would you want to know?
Do we know you?
I'm taking cargo to Constantinople. I need someone who can get me there.
So I would be trading a prison sentence or a death sentence.
Feel free to stay there
I have
forever.
a plan to avoid them. I intend to ride the high water over the rapids, so avoid the portages where they attack.
Look that they're not showing his
It's a
face.
bold plan.
We know him. Oh, he's blind.
Because I am one.
I fucking knew it!
So how do you see the river? It is all here.
Every turn and village, sound and color.
Sussex was stripped away as punishment for my father's deeds.
Everything.
Almost everything. The king spared me my father's ring.
I've never seen you wear it.
And he never will. It was given to me only as a reminder of my father's crime. I disposed of it when I left Sussex. This symbolizes our beginning, not my past.
Why do I not trust you?
What is wrong?
It is my daughter, Resta. They talked to her, now she has disappeared into the woods. You must help her. Please, Help her.
Please.
She wished to go to the boneyard. I simply told her the way.
You knew it was a dangerous journey, and you did nothing to stop her.
It was you who encouraged her.
Which way is this boneyard? Were you ever a believer in the old gods? Simply a believer in Harald.
I'm beginning to think so.
Is hanging an assassin meant to be a warning to someone capable of moving freely among us?
It reminds us that we've not stopped our search.
You know what I think? That maybe it's him who planned all of that. Do you know him?
It's called an astrolabe.
What does it do?
Everything. It can tell
He
you.
did it, Godwyn did it, I'm
measures
right.
the height of the sun's
And he killed
stars.
Harald over at the same time. He sent a message to Emma about her security and all.
And using the other markings, you can measure the angle and calculate your position.
And know exactly where you are.
You're gonna want that on your
Can
boat.
you teach me how to understand these runes?
Not runes, letters. Ah, that is different. That is mathematics.
Another language.
The most beautiful language of all. Understand mathematics, you learn the secret to the world.
That's a good
Can
way
you
to
teach
see
me about
it.
this? It is 3 or 4 moons to Constantinople, and I am a willing student.
If you want to
I
come.
found a way to get you there. It will not be easy. But I'll show you which this out.
Harald, I'm not sure of
Thank you.
what he's gonna think of it.